Good morning, children. In the previous lecture, we have studied about how to take out compound interest, and in that we have used the formula of simple interest, and whatever year was given, from that we were taking out that compound interest. Means if it is given 2 years, so for the first year we were taking out compound interest, for the first year we were taking out interest, then again for the second year, and then at last we were taking out compound interest. Now there is a formula for taking out compound interest, that is A is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 to the power N. N is the time period, and you can say that it is also known as conversion period. Therefore amount is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 whole to the power N, that is known as time period, or you can say number of conversion period. Conversion period is the time period. It is the time period after which the interest is added each time to form a new principal is called a conversion period. Now what we have to do is we have to in exercise 8.3 we can see that the rate, or you can say the rate, can be compounded annually, half yearly or quarterly. The rate can be, in the previous questions we were seeing that every time rate was given per annum, but here in this exercise rate can be given annually also, rate can be given half yearly also, and rate can be given quarterly also. So what we will do is, first we will take out the conversion period, or we can say that we will take out the time period, the value of N. Now first case, you can say that first case is if the specified period is 1 year. If the specified period is 1 year, that is when the interest is compounded annually. When the interest is given simply that it will be compounded annually, then there is one conversion period in 1 year. Then the value of N will be 1 year. And if the specified time period is given 2 years and it is given there the interest is compounded annually, then there will be 2 conversion period for 2 years. Means the value of N will be 2 there. Now next one is second case. In the if the specified period is 6 months, that is the interest is compounded semi-annually or half yearly. The interest is always calculated after half of the year, means half yearly it is calculated. Now if then there are 2 conversion period in a year. 1 year, you can say you can divide into 2 halves. Therefore the value of N here, you can say the value of N will be 2. The value of N will be 2. And what you will do with the rate, whatever rate will be there, you will divide it by 2. Therefore you can say when there are 2 conversion periods in a year, and half yearly rate will be half of the annual rate. If the rate is given annually, then the rate will be half. The rate also we will divide by 2. Conversion period will be equal to 2 and rate will be also be divided by 2. Now third case is if the specified time period is 3 months. If the that is the interest is compounded quarterly. If it is said the interest will be compounded quarterly, then there are 4 conversion period in a year. Means N will be equal to 4 for 1 year. For 1 year. N will be equal to 4, and whatever rate will be there, if it is written annual rate is given, so rate you will divide by, rate will be divided by 4. When we will do question, then it will be more clear. So first case is you have to take out the conversion period for 1 year, and if the rate is calculated annually, then number of conversion period is 1 year. If the rate is calculated half yearly and for 1 year, then n will be equal to 2, because that 1 year is made with 2 half years. So n will be equal to 2, and the rate will be you will divide it by 2. In the third case, if the interest is compounded quarterly for 1 year, then 1 year you can divide into 4 parts. That is why the number of conversion period will be equal to 4, and the rate will be divided by 4, and then you will solve the question. Now we will come to exercise 8.3, which is based on this formula only. Exercise 8.3, question number 1. Question number 1 says that you have to calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 15,000, where rate is given 10% per annum, and period or time you can say is 2 years. Here rate is compounded, here it is compounded. The compound interest we have to calculate it annually. Therefore annually it is there, therefore n will be equal to 2 years simply, and nothing we will divide it by rate. So by putting in the formula, amount is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. When we will put it in the formula, when we will solve it, it will come 15,000 into 11 upon 10 into 11 upon 10. Therefore amount will be equal to rupees 18,150. And simply compound interest, we know that amount minus the main principal. Therefore amount is equal to 18,150 minus 15,000, that is equal to 3150. Now next question, same for first, second one. When principal is given 156 to 1,56,250 and rate is given 1.5, rate is given 8% per annum, and time is given 1.5 years. Now it is said that it will be compounded half yearly. It will be compounded half yearly means for 1.5 years, what we can say, 1.5 years is made up of 3 half years. 3 half and half. Therefore n, value of n will be 3 half years, or you can say number of conversion period, or n will be equal to 3, and it is compounded half yearly. Therefore what you can say is rate we will divide it by 2, because it is compounded half yearly. Therefore rate will be equal to 4% half yearly. Now we will put in the formula. Amount is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n, and when we will put it and when we will solve it, the amount will come 1,75,760. Therefore compound interest will be equal to A minus P, that will come 19,510. Now third one also, it is said that it is compounded quarterly. It is compounded quarterly, and 9 month is given. Now 9 month it is given, so you can say number of conversion period will be equal to 3, because 9 when you will divide it quarterly, 3. So you can say that number of conversion period will be equal to 3, and rate you will divide it by 4, that will come 1%. Now question number 2 we will do. Question number 2 you can see. Question number 2, find the difference between the simple interest and compound interest on rupees 4,800 for 2 years and 5% per annum compound interest being reckoned annually. Now principal is given 4800, time is given 2 years, rate is given 5% per annum. Now first we will take out simple interest, because we have to find out the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest. So simple interest is equal to 480 and compound interest we will put in the formula and we will get amount is equal to 5292. Therefore compound interest will be equal to 5292 minus the principal. Therefore compound interest will be equal to 492 and the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest will be equal to 492 minus 480, that is equal to rupees 12. Now question number 3 is you have to take out the successive, find the compound interest when successive rate of interest is given. So by putting in the formula of successive, when we take out, when there is a successive rate of interest is given, by putting in that formula of amount we can take out the compound interest. Now question number 4 is Kamla borrowed rupees 26,400 from a bank to buy a scooter at rate of 15% per annum compounded yearly. What amount will she pay at the end of 2 years 4 months to clear the loan? Now principal is given 26,400, rate is given 15% per annum and period is given 2 years 2 months. Period is given 2 years 2 months, therefore you can say 2 whole 4 upon 12, that is equal to 2 whole 1 upon 3 years. Now you can divide this, first you can take out of 2 years and then you can take out the next 1 by 3 years. First you will take out 2 years and then you will take out of 1 by 3 years. So amount, when we will put in this formula, 1p 1 plus r upon 100 to the power n, and when we will solve it for 2 years only, first we will solve it for 2 years, then for 1 by 3 years. So for 2 years when we will calculate, it will come, amount will be equal to 34,914. Now we have to take out for the next 1 by 3 years. For next 1 by 3 year, when we will calculate, the principal for the next third year will be equal to 34,914, because amount for 2 year it has come 34,914. It will become the principal for the next year. Therefore SI for the next 1 by 3 year we can simply put in the simple formula of SI, that is P into R into T upon 100, and we can take out the SI for the next 1 by 3 years. Because putting in this formula is not possible for 1 by 3 years. So amount SI will be equal to 1745.70. Therefore amount will be equal to whatever you have got here, whatever principal is there, 34914 plus the interest, that is 1745.70. When you will add it, it will come 36,659.70. This will be your answer. Now question number 5 also you can do by your own. Question number 5, do by your own, and after that we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.